alaikum, good morning, Khushandi, Ji Ayanu, Khuyamorcha, Ishpata.
Bakhair Agale, Ni Hao, Churashumme, Washwale, Ohio Gonzaimes, Guten Morgen, Ola, Boyor, Privyet, Kaifahal, Haleshuma Chatore, Ahlan Vasalan, Marhaba, Buna, Mucho, Gracias, Swabiab, Balli Kare Aya, Ishpata, Marhaba. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen, for tuning into PTV World. You watching World this morning. I would say the very fantastic, the very superb, the very energetic, the very exuberant, the very intelligent and the very smart Shiza Hashmi and Shahzad Ehsan Khan. Hello Shiza, how are you doing today?
I'm doing great, thank you so much for asking, and I think I'm doing even better now that I've heard my introduction. Thank you for that. How has your morning been?
I think my morning's been fine, alhamdulillah. I've been catching up on my sleep, and we hope and pray, ladies and gentlemen, that everybody out there are actually going to make sure that they're going to follow all the SOPs in place by the government. Please make sure that you do so as well, because we really need to fight against this COVID. We really do not want another wave in the country.
Absolutely. But you know, Shahzad, I'm really happy this morning.
Okay.
I'm actually happy with Pakistanis today, and I'll tell you why.
Why?
So, well, I was reading a report that Google annually releases of what the searches were in a country, right?
Oh, that can be tricky.
Yeah, it can, of course it can be tricky, but it's a good thing that we found out. So during the pandemic, of course, searches increased a lot, but for good reasons. So, for example, some of the top searches for Pakistanis this year were pets or mental health or how to be productive or kids' activities. And I mean, 71% increase in how to be productive, which is a good thing. I mean, this makes me sort of believe that people, while they were at home, the devil wasn't taking on to their mind as well. They all wanted to do something good throughout the pandemic as well. And the most common search was sadqa, charity. You know, sadqa is in Urdu or in Arabic word for charity, I think. Where to give it, who are the right people to give it to, or what are the right organizations, how much to give. I absolutely loved reading this early in the morning.
I think it's wonderful as well. And ladies and gentlemen, you know, just before we get started and, you know, we introduce our guests as well, I think that this is something which we're going to do for our audiences.
What?
So what we're going to do is we're going to open up Google, me and Shiza, and then, you know, whatever our last two searches were, we're going to share it with you. Okay?
Okay.
All right, so let's see. Shiza, you go first. Come on.
Wait, let me open
we're talking about Google searches today, ladies and gentlemen. So let's see. What was the last thing I searched?
Okay. How to apply corn cap. It's because I have a corn on my foot, which I'm being operated for. And then you gave me those bandages. I don't know how to put them on, so I was Googling. And the last one is worst nun in history.
Worst nun in history.
There's a small documentary on it, so I was...
Wow, that's great, that's great. So I think that I'm going to do this as well. So, okay. So my second last search is how many carbs in pulses.
Oh.
Dalon mein kitna fat hota hai, probably that's what I was looking for. But in fact, carbs. And then the other one was the origin of hummus.
Oh,
yeah.
What is it? Tell
Lebanon, Beirut, probably.
Makes
and you
sense.
know, and then you know the other search is that, you know, what is hummus made up of? So it is a chickpea paste.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a chickpea paste. I was in conversation with a friend, and then he said,
didn't know it?
"No, I never knew this as well." But other than that, ladies and gentlemen, you know, as we all know that on 12th of February, it was the Lunar New Year, and you know the Chinese actually celebrated their New Year on the 12th of February as well, and a day prior to that. So we want to share these images with you and then let you know that what's actually happening. So please go ahead, take a look at these images. Wonderful images, all the way from China, where it's all festivity these days, ladies and gentlemen.
It is the year of the ox, and the visuals right now on your screen actually talk about the Chinese villagers who are cooking up a variety of traditional dishes and snacks to usher in the Lunar New Year. Shahzad, these celebrations actually go on for weeks.
And you know what, in Hanjin city of northwest China's Shanxi province, villagers use a 3,000-year-old recipe to make a huamao. A kind of floury steamed bun in a variety of festive shapes. I think that we'll have to Google that as well. But yes,
it looks nice though.
So a very happy New Year to everybody out there, you know, for all of those people celebrating. And yeah, I think it's that part of the year. Because in China, ladies and gentlemen, this is something I know for sure, because we've had a lot of Chinese guests, that China exactly have the same kind of lifestyle or the same kind of family system we have over here.
Okay.
You know, the older and the younger, they live together, and then, you know, the older one is actually going to be in conversation with the younger ones. The family is going to get together. So it's not nuclear family. So, and this is something which we share amongst our cultures as well, and which is why we have actually invited some Chinese over here on the show as well to
so we can have our first-hand information.
Yes, and ask them about their New Year and what do they celebrate, how do they celebrate. Not just that, we have a Pakistani singer with us as well. who's going to sing us some Pakistani and Chinese songs. So I think that's going to be great. And she's brought you know, this little boy over here in the studio. I don't know the relation in between the boys.
He's the nephew.
Yeah, so he's the nephew. Thank God that I didn't say what I was about to say. So without any further ado, ladies and gentlemen, we're actually going to introduce our guest. On our right-hand side, ladies and gentlemen, one of the most fabulous singers over here, who actually loves to sing in Chinese as well. She is Miss Habiba. Hello, assalamu alaikum.
Assalamu alaikum. Kya haal hai aapke?
Alhamdulillah, how are you?
I'm good,
Thank you very much for joining us. It's wonderful to have you.
Thank
and
you.
alongside Miss Habiba, we're very lucky that we've actually been joined by her nephew, and he is Muhammad Alian. Hello, Muhammad Alian. Assalamu alaikum. Ni hao.
Wa alaikum salam.
Thank you very much for joining us. It's wonderful to have you. And alongside Mr. Muhammad Alian, ladies and gentlemen, we've actually been joined by somebody who is a Chinese mining expert. Yes, and he is Mr. Lu. Mr. Lu, ni hao. Thank you very much for joining us. It's wonderful to have you. And alongside Mr. Lu, ladies and gentlemen, we're very lucky that we've actually been joined by somebody who will be translating our questions to Mr. Lu as well. And he is Mr. Yahya. Hello, assalamu alaikum. Good morning.
Assalamu alaikum wa alaikum salam.
Wa alaikum salam. Thank you very much for joining us. It's wonderful to have each and every one of you.
Thank you for having me.
Wishing you all a very happy new year. I hope this one goes good for you as well. So I think I'm going to start my conversation with Yahya over here, all right?
Yes,
That's
okay.
fine, okay. So Yahya, it is the year of the ox,
Yes,
right?
right.
So let us know how you started the celebration of this new year.
Actually, I was spent 3 years before here
Okay.
until now. So this year is a very special year
Yeah?
to celebration Chinese New Year here.
Hmm.
This year, to be 2 years before, we almost make celebration only with Chinese friends and Chinese families.
Okay.
So this year we first day we get the big party for all Chinese friends. And the second day we invited our best friend,
Yeah.
so make a small party.
That's nice.
After that, 30 we invited by the Park overseas community.
Oh,
Yeah.
yes.
So they make the party for Chinese New Year festival celebration.
There were
in
a lot of
Marriott Hotel,
parties.
in Marriott Hotel.
In Marriott, okay.
Wow.
So invited more than 10 Chinese special.
Okay.
Wow.
Okay.
That's wonderful.
Yeah.
And you know,
I like
I just want to move on to Mr. Lu over here as well. So you know, if you can translate our questions. Yeah. So Mr. Lu, you know, speaking about New Year, even over here in Pakistan, whenever it's New Year's, you know, people go crazy on motorbikes and cars and honking, and they take off the silences of their motorbikes as well. And it's just a lot of noise pollution, and then there are fireworks. So you know, talking about China and Chinese New Year, how does it work? What do people do on the eve of the New Year?
In China.
中国人在中国是怎么过新年的？在春节晚上会做一个全家的团聚，一个聚餐一样的欢庆一下中国的新年。这是一个。其初一早上就是大年的初一，就是会做一些好吃的，庆祝一下新的一年会平平安安、顺顺利利的过。
First New Year before one night, the whole family make the party.
Okay.
So all family members enjoy and they see the television together, see the all. So
The
all,
decorations and everything.
Yes.
Yes.
And the second day in the New Year, first day, so they make different food and also going to different relatives,
Yes.
home, and again make a celebration.
That's
And
nice,
what-
and I think that
yeah.
makes sense where you were saying that our cultures match so much because this is mostly what we do on our, well, all sorts of festivities.
Exactly, which is why, you know, I just wanted to ask, you know, because Mr. Lu just said ping ping. What do we mean by ping ping?
Ping ping means
他问你平平是什么？平平安安是什么意思？平平安安就是很顺利、很吉祥，一年下来就非常吉祥，就是平平安安、顺顺利利，一年下来非常吉祥。
so means so just
Yeah, we will come back to this.
for whole year everybody should be peaceful.
Okay.
health.
So you make prayers?
I make prayers.
Okay, wow, that's wonderful as well, which is why, ladies and gentlemen, you know, as we said that we actually have a Pakistani singer who loves to sing in Chinese as well. Miss Habiba is over here. So Miss Habiba, do you want to sing yourself or do you want us to play one of your music videos?
Actually, I have a question for her before we will play, and then of course you can sing as well. When did you develop your liking or interest in the Chinese culture? Because we've seen your videos as well. You're really nice at singing.
Really. So thank you for appreciating my work. But actually, I had this love for music all over.
Okay.
I mean, for Pakistan music, for overseas music, Chinese music. So whenever I think about Chinese music, it's so soft and mellow.
Yeah.
And when I started learning music in Pakistan, and I was learning Chinese by side.
Okay.
So I wanted to collaborate them at one point. So I just started working on it this year. I mean, sorry, last year when in 2020, I started working on it, and I wanted to release on, and I wanted to gift it on New Year's.
And you did?
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's wonderful. Nice. And before we play the video, I think what we should do is that we should actually request Muhammad Alian to sing a song, and then we'll move on to the video. Muhammad Alian, you ready? Okay, let's do this. Come on.
Okay, let's sing a song.
कौन सा?
Which one do you want?
Whichever one he wants to
What's
sing.
your favorite? Do that.
Do you want to sing in Chinese or Urdu or English?
I think he's going to sing in
चांद
Chinese.
कर सकते हैं।
Okay, Urdu. One of my songs, Chand Mera Dil, which is actually in Chinese but have been translated in Urdu,
Okay.
which is also released. So he wants to sing that.
Okay,
Go
that's
ahead.
sweet.
Okay,
Go ahead.
Start.
यहाँ से?
Yeah. 1, 2, 3, go.
तूने पूछा के प्यार कितना कितना ये ज़्यादा है ये कशिश सच्ची मेरा प्यार है सच्चा ये चांद मेरा दिल ही तो है.
Wow, that's wonderful. Which is why, ladies and gentlemen, now we're going to head out towards this wonderful music video by Miss Habiba. Please take a look. And this is a rich tribute to all of those people celebrating New Year's in China or over here in Pakistan or all over the world. Let's go. Let's take a listen. Wow, wonderful job,
so
Habiba. Yeah, it was great, and I think you've done a wonderful job as well.
It's so catchy too, and we realized that this song is actually a tribute to one of your favorite singers. Let us know about it.
Mashallah, she's a beautiful singer. As an artist, it's my honor to sing her.
Yes.
She is Teresa Tang. She is known as a queen of Chinese music.
Wow.
People say where there is Chinese, there is Teresa Tang.
Wow.
So I mean, just Imagine.
So let's ask Mr. Liu as well. Mr. Liu, have you ever heard Teresa Tang before as well? Back there in China, you know, she's a singer. Habiba's talking about that wherever there is Chinese, there's Teresa Tang.
The same singer that telling me.
Have you heard her before?
这样的歌吗？乌尔多语唱的。
第一期听过，非常的震撼，能把乌尔多语的歌，能把中国的歌转变成乌尔多语，非常的美妙美好。
It's very great. It's very. So he first time listened this song, this kind of voice.
Yeah.
Wow.
So in 2 languages, sing this Chinese song.
Exactly, and you know the best part is that Umme Habiba did it on purpose as well, because you know Pak Chin Dosti Wong Swai. I think that's why all of this happened as well. But asking Mr. Liu furthermore about their New Year celebration. So what more do you guys do? Because you guys are off for another 7 days, right? Starting from 12th of February till probably 19th or 20th of February. So what are the activities people would do while they'll be at home and everybody's getting together? Sorry.
我们在这边要春节的话，7天，7天都有哪些活动？
你说，基本上就是都是巴产这有人邀请我们，庆祝我们的这个春节，基本上每一天都有各种各界的朋友在邀请，每一天都在参加，就是庆我们中国春节的这种 party 聚餐为主。
So most Pakistani businessmen invited Mr. Liu, and also some government person invited Mr. Liu for celebration.
Okay.
So almost the activity is make a party, take food, like this.
Okay, so Yahya, you tell me now. This question is for you. You are living here for how many years?
3 years.
3 years?
Actually, 2011 I came to Pakistan.
Do you like Pakistani food now?
Now I 80% like Pakistani.
80%. That's nice. That's nice.
Yeah, I think that's wonderful as well. But you know, since Mr. Liu actually answered my question in context of living in Pakistan, but people back in China, you know, what will they do when they get so many days off? You know, because for New Year's they get 7 or 10 days off as well, so that they can get together, go to different places, and that too after COVID. You know, because China was very worstly hit by COVID as well. So coming out of it and then coming into the New Year celebration, how was the transition? Were people very happy, joyous?
好多人回到国内以后，经过今年这个疫情的原因，在隔离7天到14天。
So meanwhile, I think we should, rather than watching another video from Habiba, we should ask her to sing live for us.
I think, yeah, just
Yeah?
after the
this,
answer,
of course,
yes.
of course.
这个像因为疫情的原因，很多人为了回国团聚是吧？基本上都在宾馆里过了这个隔离时间，在宾馆里过了这个春节。但是像这种隔离地区，都会为他们做一些庆祝的活动，都会这都会做这一些事情，好吧？
So when some people go back to China, so for the quarantine quiet. So actually after that, the New Year already finished.
Okay.
But the hotels provide them so different foods and also make small activities for celebration.
Wow.
Okay,
I think that's wonderful. So ladies and gentlemen, since everybody, you know, is going to go back to China for New Year celebration, they will have to quarantine themselves. But the hotel owners, I think, are doing a wonderful job by making sure that they keep them busy with some smaller activities as well, you know, because it was New Year's, and then they will, because, you know, Yahya has said party so many times, a party means food, you know, so, you know, they cook different kinds of meals as well, and then they enjoy it. And I think it's pretty much similar to Pakistan, but I don't think that people actually take out the silences of their bike or honking onto the roads as well. Allah.
It's maybe a little less noisy.
Yes, exactly. That's what it is. But thank you very much for joining us. But before we head out towards a short break, ladies and gentlemen, we're actually going to request Umme Habiba to sing one song in Punjabi as well today.
Okay.
Can you
Urdu,
do that?
Punjabi, whatever you want.
Yes, please, please go ahead.
Okay. So I'll just sing a piece sung by Noor Jahan, Noor Jahan. You've listened Chinese, you've listened Urdu already. I'll just sing Do Bol. करूँ मैं जो फरियाद अपनी ज़ुबां से गिरे टूट कर बिजलियां आसमां से मैं अशकों में सारे जहां को बहा दूं मैं अशकों में सारे जहां को बहा दूं मगर मुझको रोने की आदत नहीं है निगाहें मिलाकर बदल जाने वाले मुझे तुझसे कोई शिकायत नहीं है ये दुनिया बड़ी संग दिल है यहाँ पर किसी से मोहब्बत नहीं है निगाहें मिलाकर
Wow, I absolutely love it. Now, Habiba, I have a feeling you're really into classical music, like even if it's Chinese or Pakistani for that matter, hai na?
Yeah.
That's really
classical
nice.
and Sufism. So I'm just actually started to learn the classical and Sufism, the music related part.
Oh, that's wonderful, and thank you very much for joining us. Thank you very much, Mr. Liu. Thank you very much, Mr. Yahya. Thank you very much, Muhammad Alian. Thank you very much
for having us.
Habiba, it was wonderful to have you. Happy New Year to all of those Chinese who are out there as well. We hope and pray that everybody gets to be together. And if you haven't called a friend of yours who really is not talking to you, I think this is the right time to do so as well. We're heading out towards a short break, but when you guys will come back, we will be in conversation with a superstar in the
making, of course. More songs to come your way. Stay tuned. Good morning.
Good morning. All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back for everybody who just got tuned into Ptvworld. You watching World this morning alongside the very amazing, the very stunning, the very handsome Shahzad Khan and Shahzad Hashmi. Earlier, ladies and gentlemen, we were trying to celebrate amongst our Chinese brethren over here in the studios because it was, and it is their New Year celebration, which is going on, and I think it will go on for another 2 days as well. And we tried sharing, the kind of music they would like as well, and I think that Habiba did a great job. And I love the initiative, and the way she felt for our Chinese brethren. I think it was good as well, because that's why we say Pak Chin Dosti Wong Swai. But now,
Shahzad, here's the thing: when we talk about music or art, for that matter, of course, there's no boundaries to it. And there is no doubt in the fact that Pakistan actually is home to, well, some amazing, amazing talented people and especially musicians.
Yes.
And we're really lucky to be a part of a platform where we're able to bring them out and, well, listen to them firsthand because we love to do that. So, ladies and gentlemen, this is what we are going to be doing in this segment. But without giving away who the person is going to be, we are going to play one of his songs, a video on your screens. And then when you come back, he'll be here live.
And before we do that, ladies and gentlemen, I think it is very necessary for all of us to let you know that why are we actually cherishing, or why are we sharing this platform with him as well, because this gentleman, ladies and gentlemen, broke all records. You know, his song was trending on YouTube, and then everybody loved it, even across the border. There's this media firm or media house who actually got their hands onto him as well, and were like, hey, you know what, can we release your song? And I think that the song is fabulous, the music's good, the music video is nice as well. Everything is on top as well. So please go ahead, take a look. And when you guys will come back, we will be in conversation with this superstar in the making. Let's go. Let's take a listen. Gentlemen, we have with us the one and only Mr. Arslan Baig. Hello, assalamu alaikum. Good morning. How are you?
Assalamu alaikum. Good morning. Kaise hain aap log? You okay?
Allah ka shukar. We're absolutely perfect. Thank you very much for joining us. You've done a phenomenal job with this song.
I'm in love with the song. It's
like
absolutely amazing.
And the song kept on trending for two straight months, alhamdulillah.
Wow.
And how did you come up with this composition, the music itself, and the video? Everything just gels in so perfectly well. And who is Arslan Baig, for all of those people who might be watching you on our television screens for the first time?
Well, the song has been made a long time ago, to be honest. It took me 6 to 7 months.
Okay.
And the song has been written by Zahid Ali, who is the brother of Sahir Ali Baga. Unki production.
Okay.
Wow.
So they came up to me, they said, we have a song for you, and why don't you sing? Because you can sing a slow kind of a music. I said, okay, chalo, let me see it. Then I check out the lyrics. I really like the lyrics, and I'm like, okay, so yeah, let's do it. So I did my vocals in London, and I sent it to Pakistan. And after Pakistan, they just sent me a plain song. Qawwali bilkul nahi thi. There was no qawwali in it.
Okay.
So, you know, when I was listening, and I was like, yeah, there should be something, some element to make it raise up.
Yeah.
Right.
So I was like, okay, so let's bring some Arabic part in it. Wo Arabic suit hi nahi kiya.
Okay.
So we came up with the idea, okay, let's
Thank
do
God you
qawwali.
didn't force it.
Oh, no, I was something thoda sa na desi ho.
Yeah.
So we came up with this idea, how about we bring qawwali part in it?
Yeah.
So that actually really made it beautiful.
And it worked out so well, mashallah. You have a lot of views in it, and you've been getting a lot of response.
Yeah.
How did you feel? Did you expect, first of all, to get it so big? And when it was so big, how did you feel about it?
I had no expectations, to be honest.
Okay.
I've been in this music industry for quite some time now. So there was no competition. So I was just doing my passion. I was just like, okay, release karo, and that's it. I did it, and very good. I've been selected by a very nice, you can say very good platform, where they said, okay, we're going to take your song on board, and we're going to... I've been contacted by a couple of people, but this was pretty much catchy for me.
That's
This was
like,
it?
Yeah, I was like, yahan maine de diya, so I know where I can be.
nice, mashallah.
So then, like, we have a local newspaper. In their local newspaper, it was on trending.
Oh,
yeah, quite so, yeah.
And
So
it's
it's an amazing feeling when you see.
Doesn't it make you feel like there's literally no boundaries to your music or your art, right?
Yeah,
You're
yeah,
producing
it
it
is,
for
it is.
not only Pakistanis, but literally anyone who wants to
Yeah,
feel
exactly.
it and enjoy it.
As long as you have a talent.
Yeah,
I mean,
that
you have a
matters.
talent, your quality is great. Because what happened is most of the record label, they have this thing that your video should be 4K quality.
Yeah.
Of course.
Yeah,
huh?
so as long as there's a content, and so that's why, yeah.
Okay, so here's the thing. Now, I'm not criticizing you, but it's a question I'd like to ask.
Yeah, please.
I like to ask a lot of singers as well. Your video, it is the trend lately. I mean, all the Punjabi songs that I'm listening from Pakistan, even from across the border for that matter. I'm talking about the video. So there is supposed to be, so I get it. So there's supposed to be like a really nice picturesque place with a really nice car and, you know, just
And the model.
Yeah. And the model, of course.
Don't miss out on that.
Yeah.
There's no song without a model. But I get it. It's a formula and it works out every time. But do you ever feel like maybe like the composition of your song might have something different to match it with, or would you always follow the trend?
The thing is, you know, as I said earlier, that I have no competition.
Okay.
And I don't want to be that person jab log kahen ki yaar ye ek hi tarah ka gana gata hai. So I want to be very diverse and versatile.
Oh, right.
So yeah, there was a point I was like, chal yaar, let's do Punjabi. Like in England, most of they like Bhangra.
Yeah.
I did Bhangra 3 years ago. It was called Hidiye. It was in Top Charts on big radio station,
Wow.
yeah. But uske baad then I had a little bit break. I thought, you know, let me do something a little bit smooth and nice.
Okay.
So yeah, so that's
which is why it's great as well. And I have a lot of questions to ask, but why shouldn't we actually make you sing Hiri a little bit as well?
Can we do
yeah,
that?
yeah, yeah,
Can we
sure,
do that?
sure, sure, yeah, yeah.
All right, so let's do that.
It's in Punjabi. So it goes like ਪਿੱਛੇ ਪਿੱਛੇ ਆਵਾਂ ਤੈਨੂੰ ਆਪਣਾ ਬਣਾਵਾ ਸੀਨੇ ਨਾਲ ਲਾ ਕੇ ਦਿਲ ਵਿੱਚ ਮੈਂ ਛੁਪਾਵਾ ਮਨ ਦੀ ਨੀ ਗੱਲ ਤੂੰ ਮੇਰੀ ਕੁੜੀਏ ਤੇਰੇ ਦਿਲ ਵਿੱਚ ਅਸੀਂ ਰਹਿਣਾ ਰੇ ਸੋਹਣੀਏ ਹੀਰੀਏ ਸੋਹਣੀਏ ਹੀਰੀਏ ਸੋਹਣੀਏ ਹੀਰੀਏ ਹੀਏ
Oh, that's wonderful, and I think I've heard this song as well, which is great.
Too.
Now, talking about, you know, coming back to the music video which we played as well, is the music done by Sahir Ali Bagga himself?
No, he has been done by Zahid Ali,
Zahid
the
Ali.
brother of his.
Okay, well, that's wonderful. I think
I think he's a part of
the entire family is blessed with
Oh, they have.
you know, such musical brains and minds as well. And Sahir Ali Bagga has actually been, you know, honored with the highest civilian awards as well. And I think that they've done a great job. You know, they do some amazing job with ISPR as well, which is great. But now coming back to your journey as well, because you've, alhamdulillah, composed 8 to 9 songs already.
Yeah.
You know, 4 to 5 music videos have been released.
Yeah.
And now, you know, when you see your song, you know, trending, you know, just across the border as well, which happens to be one of the biggest market within this South Asian
Region,
subcontinent as well. You know, the kind of response obviously Shiza asked, but now it definitely determines the kind of journey you're on now.
Yeah.
You know, and then now your fans have expectations. They want you to do more and more music, and it's like people start to crave for your voice and the music you're producing. So what kind of journey are you on now?
So I'm actually very confused right now because there was a song I wanted to release in 2 months.
Okay.
So जब मेरी family ने सुना, they were like, no, 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 इसको release नहीं करना.
Why?
Because the thing is, because now they're going to expect a little bit higher.
Exactly.
Oh, okay.
Right, and the record labels, they gave me 3 more songs, and they said कि ऐसा ही कुछ चाहिए हमें.
Okay.
So the problem is, I am now in a shell where I know what to do. So I spoke to the same producer. I said, "Mujhe aisi something bit different, slightly different. I need something to come on board with that." And they gave me an idea. The next song is very good.
Okay.
It has a different element. Again, it's going to be shot in London,
Okay.
but with the beautiful scenery at the back.
Yeah.
I'm going to be using a very flashy car. And
Yeah.
I'm trying.
Again?
I've been told that, you know, इस time यार कोई देसी लड़की रख ले यार.
Yeah, I was about to come away. I was exactly about to.
I couldn't tell you.
I will
this
tell
point.
you. I will tell you about this story as well.
Yeah,
but
I was exactly about to come
Yeah.
on this point as well, because last night, ladies and gentlemen, you know, yesterday when our producers have actually sent us the links that, okay, Arslan's going to be on the show over here. So, you know, I kept on looking for the kind of work he was doing, and then, you know, I was kind of hooked to the song, to be very honest.
Yeah.
And there's a reason why it was trending. So I kept on listening, and then eventually I realized that, you know, okay, there should have been a desi model in it.
Yeah.
And not just that. I think a little bit younger as well, because, you know, I'm sorry to say that,
नहीं,
but
उसको
she
उर्दू नहीं
looked,
आती.
she looked, I know.
She can't
but-
understand.
Yeah, she
But
can't
because we are
understand.
speaking in English, which is why I'm sorry,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
you know, this is something which I realized that you know, that the model really needs to be probably or look younger than you rather than older than you as well.
Well, I think that-
But no, that's not what the question is. The question is that every desi have this fantasy of having a gori model in their music video. That's the problem. Did you ever come across that thought?
Having a gori and old model makes me realize I'm young. I'm very young.
That's
Yeah.
one approach.
No, actually the thing is, yes, it was meant to be. So we had a lot of audition at that time. I'm like, yeah. Then, this particular lady, I was in a shisha bar, and she's basically a belly dancer, and she's very quite famous in London.
Okay.
So मैंने उसको वैसे ही कहा, मैंने कहा, do you want to be a part of the video? I had other thing in my mind कि अगर गाना नहीं चले ना तो लड़की के वैसे गाना सुनेंगे जरूर लड़के.
Yeah.
You know, there's a mentality.
Of course,
Obviously.
of course.
So there were Asian girls, obviously there were. काफी उन्होंने मुझे ये भी कहा यार हमें रख लेते, हमें क्या बुराई थी. But I
Next
think
time.
I had a team, so which the panel was like अच्छा ये रखते हैं. मुझे ऐसा लगता है ये गाना चला ही इसकी वजह से.
No, I tell you, it's definitely because of your singing. But
Yeah.
Arslan, here's the thing. Now, this one getting again so big, the number of followers you'd be getting now, or the number of people who've been subscribing to your channel, they don't want to sit idle. They want to, well, hear more of your work.
yeah.
So does that mean, because this works so well, are you going to stick to this genre?
I will.
Are you going to make it, well, this is the Arslan style that you'll get?
Well,
or are you
that
going
will
to try
make
more things?
that will make people bored, to be honest.
Okay.
But वो एक tag लग जाता है यार ये तो ऐसे ही
बस
गाएगा,
ऐसे ही
right?
गाएगा.
Okay.
No, I will be keep changing it, but at right now, which I think people want to listen this kind of a genre.
Yeah. I think so.
Yeah, so I need to give at least 2 more songs or 1 more song like that. Or uske baad
But the label's asking for 3 more, so you should probably think
yeah.
about that
exactly.
too as well.
So can we expect, like you were saying, you wanted to put a little Arabic part in it? Can we expect similar things to happen in the future?
Well, you can. I mean, depending kya banta hai.
Whatever sits.
Yeah, everybody's doing that because there's this one famous song. I think I won't be naming it as well. So there's this Urdu version, and then now there's this Arabic version, and then there's this English version. I'll share the details with you as well. But right now, for all our audiences who are out there in 46 different countries, are you going to sing them a song?
Yeah, a little longer one, okay? Not just 2 lines.
Okay,
yeah,
let's
do that.
Make sure I can. Should I sing the same Guzarish?
Whichever one you want. If you want us to play the video again, we can do that.
No,
as well.
I can sing them. Unko pata chale live bhi ga.
Yeah, go ahead.
All right, I'll
There's
sing
no
2 lines.
scam.
देखूं तुझे मैं नए नए बहानों से सोचूं तुझे मैं मोहब्बत के फसानों में मिलती नहीं कोई तुझसी हसीना जो रंगीन कर दे मेरे पे रंगी ख्वाबों को अब बेपना इश्क तुझसे मेरी जान कर दे इनायत अपनी वफाएं मोहब्बत की गुजारिश है यही दिल की सिफारिश है. Thank you.
Wow, that's wonderful.
Amazing,
Yeah, and your vocals, when I met you for the very first time early in the morning, I was like, I don't know, man, what's going to happen. But you're doing a phenomenal job, man.
Yeah.
I'm in a box school.
Yeah, obviously, and it's just wonderful. And when you come across people who are so talented and who know that that this is what they want to do in life, and then they're keeping at it, I think it inspires me a lot as well, and a lot of other people who are doing this. It's just that you really need to get that opportunity. But since you've been living in London as well, and you've shot a couple of music videos over there, I'm going to ask you about one of my friends. Because I went to London to record my vocals as well, but I discarded that song just because I didn't like it. But have you ever worked with A Amplified Studios? Akash Sam, have you done that?
He's a very good friend of mine.
He's a really good friend of yours. And have you produced a song together?
Well, I approached him.
Okay.
I was like, yaar, maine gana banana hai, so if I can be a part of your thing. He's a very talented guy, magar uska tarika bahut different hai.
Yeah.
He's a very, So, uske baad, but I've been working with very nice people, and I'm blessed with that. In this industry, you should have a good contacts, not even a good contacts, ke log achhe ho.
Exactly.
They guide you in a proper way.
And do you think that living abroad is actually going to help you reach out to more people? Because, obviously, there's a mix of people who surround you every single day. Everybody's from a very different nationality. And, when they get to listen to your work and they share within their own circle, I think that it does reach out to a lot of other people.
It does internationally.
Yeah.
But if we talk about Pakistan, like ab mera gana ye release huए 2 months ho gaye.
Exactly.
There are a lot of people in Pakistan, they don't know about it.
Yeah.
So now it's been a month my PR doing for the radio station and all that. Sometimes I feel it is good to live in an international country, it's abroad, but sometimes I left out. I feel left out.
Okay. Yeah.
I'm not into my Pakistani media where I should be.
Yeah.
But here's the thing now, well, we are expecting Spotify Pakistan to be launched soon. Well, and all of us will be using it. I was going to say losing it.
I'll probably just take your password and just use it as well.
You can do it already. I'm using already. But do you have high hopes? I mean, I think it's a really good time for Pakistani musicians.
Yes,
a lot of youngsters are onto it as well. Because I'll be honest, so when I was younger, SoundCloud was the thing, right?
Yeah.
And I would,
you
have to look up for the original version and whatnot, blah, blah, blah. It doesn't work anymore. I don't like it. I don't know if people still do. So I'm really looking forward to Spotify and, musicians or artists like you to be onto it as well. Are you still?
Yeah. I'm verified Spotify.
Perfect.
Well, and how can people follow you? Please share your... and before you say that, can we please just play that song towards the end? So, after the closing, we want to listen to that song. We want everybody to enjoy it as well. So please make sure that you cue the song. Since Arslan is here, he showed up. Yes, so please go ahead.
Right. Guys, you can follow me on, you can write Arslan Baig, Instagram, Arslan Baig UK or Arslan Baig. Anything to do with Arslan Baig official fan page or singer, you can find me on Facebook.
Wow, that's wonderful. And very quickly before we play the song again as well, which singers are your most favorite from Pakistan?
Okay, that's really good you said Pakistan. Well, I was very inspired by Nusrat Ali Khan, obviously. He's
Wonderful.
a legend. Yeah. Sajjad Ali, I actually like him.
Oh, he's a legend.
I think his voice is very, very versatile. You know,
Yeah.
the way he does variations
And
to the
so
voice.
smooth, man. Like, I really
yeah.
want to talk to him. I just want to see how he talks.
He's an amazing guy. He's very humble. He's very modest. Whenever I've actually got a chance to actually see him, you know, it felt like as if he's just like an elder brother. That's how he is. Well, thank you very much,
Thank you
Arslan,
so much.
for joining us. It
me.
was wonderful to have
Lovely,
you.
lovely having
and
you.
please
Yes,
make
talking
sure
to you.
that you give us
Inshallah.
as many hits, as many times you attempt to do so as
I
well.
will.
And just look after yourselves.
Thank you.
All the
Thank
best
you so
wishes
much.
from
Thank you, guys.
Pakistan. And whenever you have a newer release, this platform is for you.
I will.
Make sure that you join us.
I will. Thank you
All
very
right?
much. Very kind.
And with that, ladies and gentlemen, we're actually going to wrap up today. So please make sure that you write to us on our Facebook page, which is with the name of
Well this morning.
On Twitter.
Well this morning without the G.
on Daily Motion and YouTube.
Well this morning on the PTV World channel.
Exactly. And the fabulous repeat is going to be at
midnight tonight.
till the next time, ladies and gentlemen. Here's a wonderful melodious song by Mr. Arslan Baig. Go ahead, take a listen. Make sure to follow him on YouTube, Insta, wherever he is. And yeah, support our Pakistani brethren, ladies and gentlemen. Let's do this. Good morning.